What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Michael back with another episode of Bald-Headed Chronicles. I want to thank you for tuning in, spending some time with your boy. Today I got a dope story for y'all. Hope you tune in to see it. Let's go. This story takes place back around the time I was maybe 6, 7 years old. And I'll never forget this day because now that I'm older, I'm starting to realize that this day had a very big change in my life and a very big change in the way I view music and rhythm. What I really want to talk about right here is rhythm and where I get mine from, or the story behind where it started. So I'm 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old. I'm in Gwinnett County, Georgia with my dad. And every time I would go visit my dad, the common thing to do was go to the barbershop. So anytime I would shoot up to Atlanta, I'd be hyped because I knew at some point I'd go get a cut. I think what's also funny is the first haircuts I would get back then, and the only ones I really got were like skin fades, which is ironic because now I'm bald. Anyways, my barber's name was Chuck, a very interesting guy. Stood about 6'2", 6'3", like a buck 50 pounds, dark skin, like straight up movie character, for real, for real. But Chuck was cool, man. The barbershop's name was The Fix. My dad was cool with all the barbers. That was all his like best friends and everything. So when I went, I wasn't like, the normal kid that had to sit down and not talk or, act accordingly or whatever you want to call it. I was given freedoms. And I'll never forget, it was one day when there was a song playing, and it was one of those old school boom, 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 boom. And my dad was like, "Go on up there, Mike. Get him, Mikey." I remember being scared, and I was like, I don't feel like dancing right now. I don't really want to dance. And I remember Chuck looking at me and he said, "If you dance, I dance." So I go out there and I'm like, boom, 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 just all, moving, having fun. And I remember Chuck puts down his clippers and he goes to the middle of the floor. I have never in my life seen someone be able to move like that. And he was hitting every single beat that you could hear within the actual song. And it took me by surprise. I had never seen anything like it. And I remember feeling so embarrassed by how cool he looked when he was dancing and comparing myself by how uncool I looked when I was dancing that I damn near stopped dancing. Instead of allowing me to stop dancing, Chuck came, pulled me out the chair just like that. Come here. And he broke it down to me and he said, the biggest problem with you, 1, you're young. 2, you're not listening. And I remember looking at him like, what do you mean I'm not listening? I'm hearing the same song as you. How am I not listening? And he explained to me at that moment you're hitting all of the major beats and sounds within the song. You're not paying attention to the small details within the song that's actually giving you those rhythms. And I was so goddamn confused. I was like, what? What? And I remember him starting the song over, and he did it again, but this time I really zoned into what he was saying. And I started noticing that on the little he wouldn't sit still on those. Every hi-hat, every snare, every kick, every bass kick, every whatever it was in the song, Chuck was on point, and he was hitting every single sound. That moment changed my life, not only in the way that I listen to music, but it changed the way I dance to music. It changed the way I understand the complexity of flow. It made me understand that music is not just sound, it's feeling. You gotta feel it. That changed everything for me. Chuck was like already 32 at the time. He was older, so he couldn't really, get down like he used to. But all in all, I just wanted to say that that moment changed my life forever. And Chuck, if you were to ever see this, man, I just want to say thank you, because I think that really helped me develop my sound and developed how I hear music. It was no longer just a big beat. I started hearing everything because of that moment. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for that. And I'll never forget that. And Chuck had no intention of changing my life in that moment. He was only doing that out of the kindness of his heart because we shared something identical, which was dance. But for him to actually explain to me what he was meaning by the little details within the songs, that actually stuck with me for the past 20 years. And it's really changed everything for me. I think it's time we all start giving advice from the heart and really start trying to help people, because you never know what you say to somebody that will change everything for them. So you should never keep your words closed off from others that are willing to listen, is what I'm trying to say. So Chuck, thank you, man. Thank you for showing me pretty much how to dance. Don't nobody really know that, but that's what really kicked it off for me when I was just a kid. And I really appreciate that. So salute to you, brother. Hope you're doing all right. That's your money, 21 million, that's your money. If you fucking good, that's your money. I think I named Nikki and I fuck with Nikki because she not too picky and she not too choosy. My question today is, do you believe you've ever said something to someone that has had a major impact on their life? Let me know in the comments if you believe that's something lacking in the world today, because I believe sharing words and conversation with different people of different walks of life, ages and backgrounds, I think that just makes us better as a whole, And Chuck would have never known that him telling me those things would have had such a profound effect on my life. And I think those things are very meaningful. Y'all let me know down in the comments if you've ever had someone, a stranger, a friend, a relative, family member, whatever, say something to you or do something for you that you believe really changed your life. In my case, I was just a young kid, 6 or 7 years old, in Georgia, at the barbershop, dancing, being a random kid, you know what I mean? And I had one of my barbers share with me some words of wisdom on rhythm and how to move with the beat. And I think that really changed a lot of my life and the way I view music and why I write and how I write and just the rhythm of everything that I put out. And I think it really does stem from one of those moments at that barbershop back in the day. So y'all let me know if you feel like there's ever been a moment where a complete stranger or anyone has ever told you something that you believe changed your life, or vice versa, if you believe that you've ever had a moment where you said something profound that changed the course of someone else's life. And how did that make you feel? Once again, we all nice and freshy-weshy. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Now holla at y'all in the next one.